Now, when you look all over the internet, it seems like everyone is having success when it comes to making money online. But the truth is, most people fail. And in this video, we're going to explore why this is the case. From lack of commitment to unrealistic expectation, we'll examine some of the most common reasons why people fail to make money online. And by understanding these pitfalls, you can avoid making these same mistakes and increase your chances of success. So let's start with the first reason most people fail to make money online, and that is lack of focus and consistency. Like, let's think about it. If you're someone that's making money online, more than likely you're working from home. And the thing about working from home is that there's so many distractions. You got distractions like your cell phone, you got the internet. Even like for myself, like working from home and on my computer, I get so easily distracted. Like I'm here trying to, there's a task that I have to complete, and then I'm like trying to get started, and then I'll easily just drift and like watch a YouTube video, and I gotta remind myself to, get back to it. Or like my phone is somewhere, and then I'll just somehow just start looking at my phone. There's so many ways that you can get distracted, especially when you're working from home and you say you have kids, you have a family. It's so easy to get distracted. So one of the biggest things you got to try to figure out is you got to try to figure out how to develop better habits when it comes to developing your work schedule, or how you go about completing tasks for your online business, or whatever it is that you're trying to do to make money online. So one thing is, like, let's say, for example, like you're a blogger, right? The first thing, if you struggle with lack of focus and consistency, especially when it comes to writing, let's say you got an article or whatever you're writing up, like start small, right? Like let's first start with like writing a paragraph on whatever article that you're writing. Start with a paragraph, like write a paragraph a day. And then once you're done with that paragraph, jump onto something, whatever other task that you have to do for that day. And just do that every day, and then you can build upon that. And then the following week, you start your 2 paragraphs a day, and then build on to 3 until you get to a point where you're writing like that article, you're writing an article a day, or you're writing an article every other day. So you want to make sure once you're doing, just start small, right? Start small, because it can be easy to get distracted and lose that focus. And you want to make sure you're staying consistent, because once you're consistent, that helps you develop better habits and it helps you stay on task. So even for myself, like I try to find ways to make sure that I'm making sure I'm completing my tasks, like, and making sure that I'm staying focused and productive. So that's the thing for a lot of people when they're starting that business and they're doing something for themselves. Making sure that you're focused and consistent can be one of the most difficult things when you're first starting off. So now the next reason why most people fail is unrealistic expectations. Like, let's be real, like you're on the internet and you're trying to search for ways to make money online. Like, especially if you go on YouTube, like you'll see a bunch of videos where, you can make $1,000 in 3 days, or you can make $10,000 in 3 months. You have so much misleading information out there. It's hard to really tell like what's truthful or not. And not to say that you can't make that much money, or that person that made that video that they didn't make like $10,000 in 3 months, but it's just a little dishonest in the way they bring about it. Because, like, for example, like when I started my affiliate marketing business, right, back in 2016, and then I made my first sale and 6 months later in 2017, it was like $4. And then that following year in 2017, I made a total of $100. It wasn't until May of 2018, and for that rest of 2018, I made like $109,000. So between May and December, I could easily like start a video and say, how I made I made 6 figures in like 6.5 months, right? I could put that on a title on a video, and then just have you guys click on it and explain my story. So a lot of people do that, and they tell you how they made X amount of dollars in a short period of time, but they don't really give you the backstory. So it can be really like hard to like figure out what information is truthful or not. Not to say that they didn't make that much money. It's just that it's a little dishonest and a little manipulative on how they bring that information out. So when you want to make sure you have realistic expectations when it comes to making money online, because it does take time. So you don't want to get to a point where you expect to make so much money in a certain time period, and then you don't, and then you find out you start to give up. So you want to make sure you have realistic expectations. Set a goal for yourself. They say, you know what, maybe like if you're creating content, you want to create like X amount of videos, or you want to write X amount of articles within a certain time period, and then you'll see the results work out for themselves. And then once you start making money, then you can start saying, okay, I made $1,000 this month. Maybe next month I can make $2,000. You set that goal for yourself. So you want to make sure you start small. Don't just say, okay, in these first 6 months that I'm starting, I want to make $10,000. Because you really haven't figured out a system for yourself to do that. And the reason why you want to be careful with these unrealistic expectations is because unrealistic expectations can lead to lack of patience and persistence, which is the next point. When I first started, when I got into affiliate marketing, and then I joined this program called Wealthy Affiliate, I said, all right, you know what? It costs like $300 and something to get started. I said to myself, you know what? All right, I'm gonna give, and they have different membership tiers. You can either do the monthly membership, or you can do the yearly. I said, you know what? And it's cheaper, obviously, to do yearly. But when I said that, I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a year. If this doesn't work out, then you know what? I lose 300 something bucks, and then I'll move on to something else. But the fact that I said, you know what, I'm gonna give myself that time, and I'm gonna be, persistent in how I go about it. I gave myself that year to make sure I can commit to that. Then I put in the work. I put in the work. I gave myself. I was patient. I gave myself a year, and then I was persistent in how I went about it. And a lot of people, is they struggle with that patience. They think, oh, things are not working out. Let's say I did go month to month. The reason why I went the yearly plan, because let's say in a month I'm writing articles and I see no results. It's gonna be easy for me to quit, right? Let's say in 2 months I don't get the results that I want. Because I'm on a month-to-month plan, it's gonna be easy for me to say, all right, you know what, this is not working. So when I gave myself that year, I said, look here, regardless if it's working or not, I'm committed to this whole year. So I made sure that I committed to this goal, to this project, or me making money online. And I was persistent and said, you know what, I'm gonna keep going. And the thing you need to understand is, like, even when even if things don't work out, let's say let's say you try affiliate marketing and it doesn't work out. It's okay if you say you want to move on and say you want to try something else like drop shipping. The main thing you want to make sure is not to give up on your overall goal, which is to make money online. So let's say if I didn't make money with affiliate marketing, I'd have easily went to something else, because I know I wanted to make money online. How I was going to go about that, who knows? Like, I tried drop shipping, that didn't work for me. I tried other network marketing, I tried other things, and it didn't work for me. I eventually got to affiliate marketing, and it worked for me. I found success in that. So even though, like, you give yourself that chance, like, don't be afraid to, like, try different things. Like, we want you to stay committed to that one project, and give yourself time to be patient in how you develop that. Give it time. And if it doesn't work out, then you can also move on to some other money making method. But the main thing you want to do is make sure you don't give up on your goal of making money online. However you find that out is something you got to stick with, right? Like, that's a goal that you should never give up on, and that you want to make sure you stay persistent in that goal. So just keep at it, and then you'll figure it out. Now, the next reason why a lot of people fail to make money online is the failure to learn and adapt. And when you're talking about the internet, you're talking about social media or making money online. You have to stay current. The internet evolves in so many, like, making money online evolves in so many ways. There's so much competition. You have to go where the attention is. There's so many different platforms in which you can make money, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You have to make sure you learn and understand these platforms, because you have to learn how to adapt to where the attention is. Because when it comes to making money online, you have to go where the attention is. You have to go where you have to figure out and learn what other people are searching for online. You got to find out problems that people are having. It's a constant situation where you're always learning about the people that you're trying to help, or it's something that you can't just say get complacent with, because that's happened to me one time where affiliate marketing, like, I was making money with my business, and then I was like, it's working out, I'm making money, I'm just gonna stay. I got complacent. I was like, all right, this money's gonna keep going on, and then eventually it stops, right? And that's because I failed to adapt to what was going on, and I was failing to, like, figure out ways and how to create other streams of income, or how to, like, make sure I keep this money going on. So you have to make sure you're always learning, you're always adapting, learning new tools and new ways and new methods on how to obviously scale your business, or you want to take your business in different directions, or you want to create additional streams of income. You got to continue to learn, because this thing is always changing. Algorithms change on certain platforms like YouTube and Google, so you need to learn that as well. So it's something you always have to constantly learn and adapt to. You also have to adapt to learn about the people that you're working with, or the people that the people that are viewing your content. So you have to constantly learn, like, what they're interested in, and then you have to also figure out what problems that they're having. You have to figure out how to solve those problems. So that's something you got to make sure you're always doing it for the length of time that you're working and making money online. Now, the next reason is people are afraid to fail. They're afraid to fail, and they're also afraid to take risks. And in this business, when you're talking about making money online or any business that you take, you can't be afraid of failure, especially when you're involved in this business. Like, if you're someone that's going from a 9 to 5 and you're coming into starting your own business online, there's a fear, because like you're saying, what if this doesn't work out, right? Like with your job, your 9 to 5, you in your mind, it's consistent, it's there. All you gotta do is go to work and you'll get paid. When you're starting an online business, you get paid based on your efforts. If you're able to solve a problem, you're able to build an audience and service that audience and help solve their problems. So you have to be able to take on that challenge and say, you know what, I'm going to make this work regardless of how long it takes. No matter what kind of failures or roadblocks that come my way, you can't be afraid of taking that risk, because the people that take these risks or that have that there's a lot of people that are afraid, but that doesn't stop them from going after their goals. And obviously making money online, there's a lot of rewards, but there's a lot of risks. But you got to be able to say, you know what, without risk, there's no great reward. And for a lot of people, you got to have that strength inside to say, you know what, I'm going to make this work regardless. And you have to have that kind of mindset, because that's what it's going to take to be successful when it comes to making money online. So don't be afraid to, so just, even if you have like a job right now, like one of these tips, like if you have like a full-time job or a part-time job, stick with that part-time job as you're working on your business. If you're someone that's afraid, just have your part-time job. Don't quit it while you're working on your business. Have that part-time job so you can at least have money coming in, and you got to pay any bills that you have to do. But make sure that you can't be afraid when there's an opportunity that presents itself. Sometimes you got to be like, all right, I got to take that risk and see how it works out. And you're gonna fail at a lot of things. There's gonna be situations where they don't work out, but take each failure as a learning experience and then build from there. So my final thoughts on this. So I mentioned earlier in the intro, like, yes, making money online is difficult, right? And of course, most people fail, but don't get discouraged by that, because it doesn't mean that you have to fail, right? Like if you go in that mindset, like, oh, there's so much competition, there's a high rate of failure, then you're pretty much gonna fail, and you might as well just not even try. But if you just go over the things that I just talked about in this video, and you go over you do your best to just avoid these, you have a better chance of succeeding. And not only that, but if you just stay consistent and persistent, like, don't give up. If you're someone that has a drive and motivation to be successful, you can do it. It may take a while. It could take 1 year, 2 years. No one knows. Like, everyone's path to success is different. But if you're someone that's going to stay consistent and you're driven and you make sure you develop good habits to achieving your goals, then trust me, you're gonna find that level of success. So you're gonna make sure that just go over this video and make sure that you avoid some of these things, and make sure that you learn and continue to develop your skills, and you can figure out how to make money online. Because like I said, the internet has the world has there's 8 billion people in this world. You don't need all 8 billion. You just need a very small percentage. You just need to connect with a very small percentage, and you can make a very nice income with your job. And like I said, like if you have a job, like whether it's part-time or full-time, don't leave that job. Keep that job, and then work on your business until you get to a point where it's replacing your current job, right? So that's all I got for you guys today. If you got any comments or questions, make sure to leave it down below. Hit the like button and share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe, all right? So you guys take care and have a good one. Later.